Enjoy the game. Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
We are champions of the character.
You're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold,
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay.
adventurous. There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
Hello and welcome to Dalton, Georgia. Tip-off coming in just a few moments between the Lions of Christian Heritage and the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. We're going to have all the action here on the Southeast Sports Network as part of our simulcast. We appreciate you tuning in. Really looking forward to tip-off. So thanks for being with us. We'll take one more short break and be right back as things get underway between the Lions of Christian Heritage and the Hawks of Hamilton Heights on the Southeast Sports Network.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Hello and welcome to Dalton, Georgia. Thanks for being with us at Christian Heritage School, home of the Lions. Tonight playing host to the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. We're going to have all the action here on the Southeast Sports Network between these two great programs. Just a reminder to get up to date and watch live at scsnsports.com. You can tune in live for free anytime, anywhere, scsnsports.com. Just click onto the Watch Live tab on the top menu. You can also get connected with us on social media at SCSN Sports. Find us on Twitter at SCSN Sports. Great matchup today between these two programs. First, a look at the Lady Hawks, who are on the road. 1-2 when they're on the road, 5-3 overall this season. They're averaging 55 points per game and only allowing 40 points per game this year. And on the other side, the Lions of Christian Heritage, 7-3 overall, a home record of 4-1. So this is kind of the Lions' den, if you will, for the Hawks, coming in, trying to bust up the party. And really interestingly enough, the points per game and the points per game allowed, super similar between these two programs. programs. So that's something we'll keep an eye on as they go head-to-head here today on the Southeast Sports Network as part of our simulcast. Thrilled to have you along for the ride. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Hawks, Lions in just a moment. And a big thanks to everybody who's carrying tonight's broadcast, coming to you via Huddle TV, SESNsports.com, our YouTube channel, Facebook page. Our radio partners carrying tonight's games, 105.3 Power Radio, 96.9 Fresh Air Radio, both carrying the game. Heartland Newsfeed carrying the game tonight on the radio. Thank you for picking up our feed and bringing the audio to listeners around the states. A look at the starting lineup before they get introduced on the floor tonight. First for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Ais Kulube, the junior. Dana Becker, the senior. Troy Fay, the junior. Dihasia Hickman, the senior, and Olivia Moore, the senior, all getting the nod for Hamilton Heights Hawks tonight. On the other side, getting the start for the Lions of Christian Heritage, London Wagner, Allie Grace Embry, Brooklyn Stallion, Zoe Moore, and Molly Vallis, all getting the start in this great matchup. We'll take a short break again and be right back with Prep Basketball in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia, and we're underway between the Hawks of Hamilton Heights and the Lions of Christian Heritage. Thanks for being with us this evening. Southeast Sports Network coming to you live as the first one off the mark for the Lions. Just 13 seconds into this first period, we're scoreless. Exciting prep basketball action tonight between the Hawks and the Lions. Lions with the ball. Sophomore Carly Bramblett looks like she'll have this stolen away. Hawks all alone up the floor, and off the glass, it's Tana Becker, the senior. Lions, a long feed up the hardwood into the paint. Bramblett kicks it outside from the straightaway to the far side. Lions calling out a play. 40 seconds into this one, they trail by a bucket. The drive, and it's swatted away. A brutal block by the Hawks now on the fast break. This one, too much on it. Looking for a second chance bucket. It's swatted and stays on the floor. Just barely touched by the Hawks. Olivia Moore, the senior, tried to keep it in play and sends it out by mistake. Coming to you live from Christian Heritage School, home of the Lions. It's the Hawks and the Lions tonight. Exciting prep basketball, two fantastic programs. And a kicked ball violation as Tana Becker flashes at it. I thought she was going to get away with that for just a moment. Started to take off, and the official blew that dead. The inbound to Taylor Fisher, the senior. On the far side, some danger for Stallion. Interior pass intercepted. Hawks up the floor all alone. She puts it home with a little kiss off the glass. A 4-0 run to start this one. The Lions want to snap it and get some momentum swinging in their favor. 90 seconds into the game. Early trouble for Christian Heritage as Hamilton Heights will take back over with the basketball. Tana Becker, the senior. Now from the close side, Olivia Moore kicked it across. Koulabe drives and fires. This is off the mark. Boarded down low by Allie Grace Hembry, the junior. Through traffic, nice feed. From along the block, thrown out to the wing. Lions, far side, in the corner. She fires for three, and there's too much on the ball as it finds its way over the baseline. 2 minutes gone, 4-0 Hamilton Heights in the lead, an early run, and they'll look to continue it here. Set up the floor by Tana Becker. Lions take it away. Fisher's in some danger, double teamed, trying to escape, and right here she'll get hit with a walk. Got shut down, tried to escape, took a step. Hawks of Hamilton Heights back to the offensive end of the floor. The floater off the glass drops into the twine. Nice score. Koulabe, the junior, again up the floor. Oh my goodness, she's off to a hot start, and it's 8-0 Hamilton Heights. A run that's all Hawks in the first 3 minutes of play from Dalton, Georgia. In trouble again, the Lions have it stolen away near the center of the floor. Koulabe tees up Becker. She's on the front court, way back near the center court stripe. From the wing, Olivia Moore drives. Big high pass to Koulabe. She lets the three fly and rustles the twine. An 11-0 run to start the night for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. These two teams are going to take a timeout as the Lions try to douse this fire. We'll take a break as well and be back with more prep basketball in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia, home of the Lions of Christian Heritage, playing host tonight to the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. We've got all the action here on the Southeast Sports Network. Thanks for being with us. Some trouble right out of the break. All tied up on the elbow. The Lions let up an 11-0 run to the Hawks to open play in this one. Our second game of a triple header tonight on SCSN and Huddle TV. Thanks for being with us. Quick inbound from the far side. This one is just short. Jump ball. This will go to the Hawks. Hawks inbounding and in some trouble. Jump ball goes to the Lions. Smart play by Christian Heritage on the offensive end of the floor. London Wagner, the senior, gets a hand on it. Both coaches talking with the official here. And we're back underway. Inbounding pass coming from the baseline. Floated to the wing, in danger, trying to keep this away from the Hawks. Lions on the elbow, taking their time, couple of big long steps, and somehow in traffic this comes down to the Hawks. Tana up the floor, swatted. Moore in the corner. Gives it off. Koulabay looking close side to Becker. Back to Koulabay, driving on the Lions, all the way up to the straightaway where she lets it fly for the three. 14-0 Hawks, halfway exactly through this first period in Dalton, Georgia. What a hot start for Hamilton Heights as Christian Heritage suffers the jump ball and turnover. A 14-0 run to open this first period of play between these two. The Lions need to do something to get some momentum rolling in their favor. An entry pass to Becker, outside to Moore. She steps off. Koulabay heavily defended, enters the paint, floater is short. Christian Heritage gets this near the baseline, good gather. Holsey kept it in play, now Williams up the floor. Fisher, down low, the intercept by Becker. Outlet pass, Jugovic all the way up to Olivia Moore, who ladles it in off the glass. A 16-0 run for the Hamilton Heights Hawks to open this first period. Nearly 5 minutes gone and the Lions are scoreless. Christian Heritage in danger and near the baseline, the whistle. This time it's Koulabay who's hit with the foul by the official on the far side. 3:12 left to play in the first period in Dalton. Prep Basketball Southeast Sports Network coming to you live from the home of the Lions in Dalton, Georgia. Quick drive, flipped out to the wing, up to the straightaway. Taylor Fisher. Efficiently defended by Koulabay, trying to escape. Close side. Holsey back across. Knifing her way down low. This one is loose in traffic, picked up by the Hawks. And the clock goes as she gets a hold of it. Koulabay, quick pass, Jugovic all the way to the close side. Hawks still moving on the straightaway, the drive. From the corner, there's the three, and she finds the bottom of the net as well. Are you kidding me? Diamond Burnham, the senior, gets a three of her own. It's 19-0 Hamilton Heights. They're on pace to score 100 points tonight. From near the sideline, Lions lose this right in front of the scorer's table as the whistle sounds. I thought Koulabay was going to break away with the basketball. 2:08 left in the first period between the Hawks and the Lions. So far, all Hamilton Heights. Christian Heritage going to do anything they can to get a couple of points here towards the end of this first period. Inbounding feed. And the Lions in trouble. This will stay with them. Pass again to come from Caitlin Davis. The senior puts that onto the floor. Hulsey down low. She'll take a step, and this goes back to the Hawks. 19-0 Hamilton Heights. What a run to open this first period. Jugovic all alone. This rattles out on her. A second chance as Moore can't get it. The Lions come down to the ball. Bramlett through traffic. Over the timeline, the orange fed close side to Davis. She's in trouble. Around Jugovic. In the low block, swatted away. Picked up by Faye. On top of the arc, Faye trying to get this away. Blockered into the bench. Rejected by Tana Becker, the senior. I think we have just enough time to take a look back at Tana Becker. That's earlier in the play, actually, and then the Lions got a hold of the ball, came back down, tried for the shot, and Becker swatted that off the floor. Here's back to real time. In Dalton, Georgia, 90 seconds left in the first period, where it's 19-0 Hamilton Heights Hawks. Every time it seems like Christian Heritage is going to put the brakes on, the Hawks just do something else. This is Kulabay running the floor up to Hardwood. Floats it across. Another handoff. D. Hickman, far side. Burnham to Moore, the senior. 70 seconds left in this first period. 19-0 Hawks. She's looking to extend the lead off the glass. Jugovic, the putback. This is short. A second chance. Jugovic is just taller than everyone else on the floor. The Lions with haste to Davis. Jugovic defensively puts fingertips on the ball. 50 seconds remain in the first period. Moore finds her way down inside and puts it in off the glass as she's fouled. A chance at the old-fashioned three as the Hawks are on a 21-0 run in this first period. Sidestep, Kulabay lets it fly, too much. Moore keeps it on the floor from right in front of the Lions bench, stepping up and firing the mid-range J. 27 seconds in the first period. Lions escaping traffic, Wagner. Close side off the floater. Alley down low, this off the glass, still with her, and now gonna get hit with a whistle as she tries to go up and put it in. Jugovic and Hickman right there. The benefactor, Grace Hembry, the junior, at the stripe, and she snaps the 21-0 run of the Hawks. Nearly a scoreless first period. Second will go as well, efficient at the line. Hawks coming up the floor. 10 seconds left in this first period. 5 seconds, far side, pulling up. Moore is off the mark, and that'll do it for our first period of play. After one, it's all Hamilton Heights, all Hawks, 21-2. Out in front big over the Lions of Christian Heritage. We'll take a break and be back with more prep basketball in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started. Shry Media. Find us at shrymedia.com.
Welcome back to the campus of Christian Heritage, home of the Lions. We're into the second period of play. A 21-0 run by the Hawks of Hamilton Heights in the first period, snapped by a pair at the line, dropped home by the Lions. 21-2 is our score after one period. We're into the second on SCSN. Thanks for being with us in Dalton, Georgia. I'm Gabriel Shry. Trouble here. Tussle for it down on the hardwood. And a quick look again at our teams today. It's the Hamilton Heights Hawks on the road battling the Lions of Christian Heritage. The Lions have had a good season. 7-3 entering tonight's matchup, and they're really good at home. But through one period of play, not so great against the Hawks. Foul down inside. Looking to connect with Moore, and she takes a hand. 30 seconds gone in the second period. We appreciate you being with us. Just a reminder to subscribe, follow along wherever you may be. SCSN Sports on social media. If you're with us on the Midwest Sports Network, be sure to subscribe there as well. Or one of our radio partners, be sure to follow along. Able to knock that down. Here come the Lions of Christian Heritage. Trailing by 20, and this one off the floor, so the Hawks will take right back over with the basketball. Hamilton Heights down the floor, and she's pushed over the baseline. 40 seconds gone in the second period. Christian Heritage back to work. Swatted down, taken away, and easily dropped in off the glass by Tana Becker, the senior. 24-2, a 22-point game with one gone in the second period. Through traffic up the floor, the Lions. Roped across and stolen by Becker. Just happened to come right into her hands. Kula Bay up to the straightaway. Driving, this lost. Picked back up, sent close side, the Lions with the ball. Stallion, the senior, will run the floor up on the straightaway. She'll pull up for three. This is off the mark. 90 seconds gone in the second period. Lions a chance to get a bucket. This is swatted away, and the whistle as there's a ton of contact underneath the basket. That's going to happen. You get down amongst the tall trees and start going to work. Branches are going to come your way. London Wagner, the senior, at the charity stripe, a chance to get a few points back for the Lions of Christian Heritage. Big high bounce. The Hawks a dominant 22-point lead with 6:28 left to play in the first half. Hawks up the floor. And jostled. She's able to hand it off. This rims around and goes back to the Lions. Hawks will inbound. .6:13 left to play in this first half. Long feed, 2 passes connected for Christian Heritage. Down inside, she's got a lot of room and gets one to go. Grace Embry, the junior, and the Lions get a bucket back. They trail by 20. Hawks in danger on the mid-block. She's grabbed at and wants the foul. Olivia Moore, the senior, was trying to drive her way down inside. Hands onto the ball, hands onto her, so the Hawks will inbound. Becker floats this to Moore. Moore on the wing. Down low, Jugovic drops this home. 22-point lead now for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Lions want to respond, and their second bucket of the night. This one dropped in off the glass with 5.5 to play in this first half. A nice bucket and a timeout for these two programs, so as they take a timeout, we will as well. More prep basketball coming up in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. A fast break up the floor. The Hawks to the close side, and Moore wanted 3. This one a bit too much on the back end. 28-6, Hawks lead the Lions of Christian Heritage. Grace Embry down low, and her entry pass results in an easy bucket. It's a 20-point game. Nice play by Carly Bramlett. Five minutes left to play in the first half in a 20-point game. 28-8, the Hawks of Hamilton Heights leading the Lions of Christian Heritage. Now the Hawks will put it back onto the floor. Back into Jugovic. Down inside, that clatters around and goes for Tana. 30-8, the Hawks extend their lead even further. Just feels like Hamilton Heights can do no wrong in this first half of play. Ball's loose, Lions keep it. In trouble, Bramlett to the far side. This is for 3, and it rattles out on him. Christian Heritage just trying to stop the bleeding here in Dalton, Georgia. Thanks for being with us tonight for our big simulcast. We're everywhere. Olivia Moore from the straightaway. My goodness, that one's from downtown Dalton. And the Lions in some trouble. This one skeeters over the baseline. Lions, nice inbounding pass, and right away a lot of contact. Stallion put that up immediately, thought she was going to hit it. First goes at the line. Becker runs it up the floor across the timeline. Hawks to the corner. That's a three, and she's just short as it takes a big high bounce off the iron. 3.5 left to play in this first half, 33-9. The Lions of Christian Heritage, it's not going to sound as flattering as it could. It's a 7-9 run in favor of the Hawks. They've been able to slow them down a little bit and get a few buckets going their way. 33-9, Hawks a big lead. Here comes Christian Heritage to try and cut into it. The handoff to Stallion, backdoor feed goes wide, looking to hook up with Ridley the junior. And so it remains 33-9, 3:20 left to play in this first half. Long feed up the floor to Moore. She hits the brakes and loses Williams. From mid-range, the J pops out, a second chance as this goes for Jugovic. 35-9, Hamilton Heights. Up the floor, this one handed off to Fisher. Being harassed by Becker, and as she turns around, the whistle. Stallion will inbound for the Lions of Christian Heritage. Coming to you live from the Lions Den. Our simulcast tonight, Southeast Sports Network, Midwest Sports Network, and our radio partners, as well as Huddle TV. All the action, you can tune in live and free anytime. Visit us, SESNsports.com, and click onto the live tab. Hawks get it away. Tana up the floor, trying to shake the defender as this one finds its way over the baseline. 2:45 left in the first half. Hawks will inbound. This is right away off the glass for Jugovic. A quick bucket. And the Hawks threatening a 30-point lead. They lead by 28, 37-9. Danger down near the baseline for the Lions. 2:20 left to play in this first half. Floating up. This rattles around and drops. The Lions just keep hanging around here in the Lions Den. Hawks to respond. The floater is wide. Coming down with it, Ridley. And the junior gave it off to Fisher. She's defended by Kulube. Christian Heritage twisting and spinning. This goes. A little delivery off the glass for Carly Bramlett. An underclassman on this varsity program. She makes a big play there. Christian Heritage's Lions. The inbounding pass will be to Fisher. A lot of defenders to get through for the Lions. They'll keep the ball and try again. Be sure to tune in for Game 3 of our triple header tonight. Following this, we'll have the men's programs as well. Taylor Fisher standing back, defended by Moore. Floated down inside near the baseline, some danger. Fisher twisting about from three-point land. This is going to bounce off the inside of the iron. Outlet pass for Moore. Moore has help on the back door, lets it go herself, and a tussle for the basketball. She gets a second chance, and it's gloved up by the Lions. Long feed down the floor. Wagner finds Stallions, and she drops it home. A long mid-range J. Less than 1 to play in the first half. Christian Heritage and the Lions just keep hanging around. It's 37-15 Hawks as the Lions drop one back. Hawks near the wing, up top to Moore. Far side, Hamilton Heights on the drive near the baseline, passes it backdoor. Now from the arc, she wants the tray, and it had too much on it. Stallions will run the floor. The shot clock is off. 20 seconds left in the first half. Lions give it off outside. Here's the three, and it's short. Hawks driving down inside and can't get it to go. Firing as time expires on the first half, and the final score through this first 2 quarters of play is 37-15. A big advantage for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights, and it started out with a 21-0 run. Really a struggle to respond to for the Lions of Christian Heritage. We're going to have the third and fourth quarters in just a moment between these two programs and more prep basketball action on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
A builder.
I coach,
culinary arts, auditor, a firefighter.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official, just go for it.
Take the plunge, open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyestoofficiating.com.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia, home of the Lions, here live between the Lions of Christian Heritage and the Hawks of Hamilton Heights, and the third period underway on the Southeast Sports Network. First shot flies and is off the mark. Very successful first half of play for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. This one off the mark, swatted away. Hawks come down to the ball. Taken away by Christian Heritage. Lions, long feed up the floor, off the glass. She put too much on it. Fisher had a good look, couldn't quite drop it home. Now Moore and the Hawks coming to the offensive end of the floor. And the foul down inside. Just 45 seconds gone in this third period. A quick bucket for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. They push their lead even further. 39-15 the tally in Dalton. Big first half for Tana Becker. She finished with 11 points and a block. Faye finishes with 7 rebounds and a pair of blocks. Kolobay with 9 points. The Lions can't quite respond. A lot of contact down low. Jugovic finishes with 6 points. Olivia Moore, 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists in that first half of play. At the line, this is London Wagner, the senior. First one's off the mark. Grace Hembry and Bramlett led the way for the Lions in that first half. 12 of their points coming from the two. 6 apiece to be specific, and Grace Hembry also had 7 rebounds that first half of play. The Lions get the board. They'll stay on the offensive end of the floor. Trailing by 23. Christian Heritage inside for Stallions, and that escapes over the baseline. The ball will go back to the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Tana Becker inbounding, close side, swatted away immediately by Stallions. The Lions will take back over with the basketball. 70 seconds gone in this third period on the Southeast Sports Network. Prep basketball, I'm Gabriel Schrei coming to you from Dalton, Georgia, where the Lions are struggling to get back into this one. Quick inbound and an even quicker whistle. Bramlett, the sophomore, had a hold of the ball for only a moment. Now Stallions will inbound again. The Lions near the three-point line, across to Stallions. Another handoff. Christian Heritage, the entry pass, and this one escapes the reach of Stallions over the baseline. Hamilton Heights will get the basketball back. Back to the handoff. Coming up the floor with pace. Moore, down low, off the glass, and the whistle. She'll go to the charity stripe after being fouled. A chance to extend the lead of Hamilton Heights. Tonight's game opened up with a 21-0 run in favor of the Hawks. It was all Hawks through that first period of play. In fact, they nearly kept the Lions scoreless in the first period. Christian Heritage got a few buckets to make their way through the second period, and they've had a decent third period to this point as the Hawks go 1 for 2 at the line on this trip. But cleaned up right away, and those are the kind of plays that have been killing the Lions and Christian Heritage on their home floor in the Lions' den tonight. Fisher handed it off. Entry pass to the corner. Christian Heritage, the floater, a second chance, rattles off. Stallion's going to try a third time, and now finally the Hawks come down to the ball. Up the floor, it's Moore. She goes backdoor to Becker, who wants it off the glass. She gets the push and the bucket. 42-16 in Dalton, Georgia. The Hawks out in front with a big lead. Tana Becker left all alone at the line. The push was an intentional foul, so that's a tech automatically as she hits the first. Becker's a senior with Hamilton Heights, a great contributor, a great basketball player. She's received some interest playing at the next level. Anytime you're interested in recruiting a Hamilton Heights Hawk, you can visit their website. Google Hamilton Heights. You can visit the Twitter account. They love talking through Twitter. That's the #1 way to get a hold of the coaches and athletic director Tony Williams at Hamilton Heights. Becker on the elbow outside. Moore drives towards the line. From the wing, there's some danger, and Hamilton Heights able to hang on to the ball. Down low off the entry pass, and this one will go back to the Lions of Heritage Christian. Right now it's a 30-point game. 46-16, the Hawks have built a large lead in Dalton. From the home of the Lions' Den, it's the Southeast Sports Network. Thanks for being with us. To the close side, a little bit of danger. Hawks flip it back across. Down to the corner, Stallions wants three, and this one bangs home. Finding the bottom of the net for Stallions. Brooklyn, the senior, able to drain that, and an important bucket. Moore can't respond, and now the foul. Faye, the junior, had the ball, tried to go up top. A lot of contact as she went to work. So with 5:07 in the third period, she'll go to the stripe. She's one of the players that had a big first half for the Hawks. Faye's first is off the mark. She now has 10 rebounds on the night. Big thanks to Hamilton Heights Athletic Director Tony Williams. Sitting in with me for the broadcast tonight, and he's keeping stats during the game. Faye, that's her 11th rebound as she goes down hard in the low block. The Hawks maintain a 27-point lead. Second one goes as it clatters off the glass and drops down into the twine. The Lions will inbound and take over. Walking this up the floor. Fisher, the senior, across the timeline and directs the orange in front of the bench of Christian Heritage. Lions down inside, this swatted and taken away. Hawks, they've got a lot of room, some time to work with. And a huge collision down inside. She's hit with a charge. Coming to you live from the carpet capital of the world, believe it or not, Dalton, Georgia. More carpet made in this city than anywhere else in America. In fact, every synthetic turf manufacturer in the United States is based right here in Dalton, Georgia. Product was invented and moved here to Dalton, Georgia in the 60s, and every other company that makes it sprung up around AstroTurf. Entry pass, kept to the Lions. Quick drive, in trouble, and whoa, a little floater over the shoulder. What a delivery. Christian Heritage gets one back, 47-21. The Hawks with a big lead. Just trying to keep that rolling. 4:20 left in the third period. Hamilton Heights close side, it's Becker. Hawks far side with Moore. Drives for a moment. Tana into the paint. The floater. This one a big high bounce and regathered by Christian Heritage. Lions, Stallion on the run and can't get this to drop. Jugovic gathers it up. Flipped close side, down low, and it's swatted and off the floor. Nice play defensively by Bramlett. Carly Bramlett, the sophomore, able to knife her way down inside and swat the ball. Keeps the Hawks from getting a wide open, easy bucket. Jugovic handed it off. A little bit of trouble as this looks like it'll be a jump ball and go back to the Lions of Christian Heritage. 47-21, the Hawks with a big lead. Just under 4 minutes to play in this third period. Swatted at off the floor. This one all got started with a 21-0 run for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights to open the first period of play. It was all Hawks until there was about 30 seconds left to go. And finally, the Lions forced a trip to the line. They were able to knock down both and cut into the big lead that Hamilton Heights had already established. But it's really been all Hawks tonight. Becker up the floor to Moore. Swatted at by Stallion. Maintaining possession, in some danger. Given off, there's the three and it's short. Tana able to get through traffic and had the ball, but she stepped out over the baseline. And if you're just joining us, you probably don't know, but we'll have all three games tonight, the triple header on the Southeast Sports Network, so be sure to tune in and join us for the men's game following this as well. It's a 7:30 p.m. tip between the boys' programs on the Southeast Sports Network. Swatted at, Hawks come up with a steal. Moore with a nice play. Floated close side, the pump, driving, back door, down low, in the paint, off the glass, nothing. Lions get the board. Christian Heritage. Working near the timeline. A handoff. She looked like she was going to pull up for Trey. Tried to pass it inside and taken away. Becker's on the back door, through traffic, swatted and gathered. Nice play defensively by Williams. The junior, Addison, looking for a teammate, Stallion, down in the corner. And I'm not sure the Hawks even got a hand on that. I don't think they did, as they're going to take back over with the ball. Just over 2 minutes left to play in this third period between the Hawks and the Lions on the Southeast Sports Network. Coming to you live from Dalton, Georgia, Northwest Georgia here. Becker off the drive, out to the elbow, now to the far side on the wing. Olivia walking this carefully all the way back to the front court. This one goes for the Hawks. A quick two. 49-21, Hamilton Heights, a big lead with less than 2 to play in the third period. At one point, the Hawks were on pace to score 100 points tonight. Entry pass taken away by Faye. Tana flipped around the defender. Back door in the low post. This off the glass and gathered up easily by Ridley. Nice work on the glass by the Lions in the second half. A little more focused on getting rebounds. This one's short. Might have had a piece of the ball. Long feed up the floor to Moore. Trying to go around Stallion, and a big collision on the edge of the paint. Brooklyn Stallion, the senior, in position to make the play. Takes the contact well and forces her to go to the line and earn those points. Moore misses on the first. 72 seconds left in the third period, and a big change for the Lions. 4 sets of jerseys and shoes off the floor. 4 new sets on. Davis has checked into the game along with Fisher. The only player that stayed on the floor was Bramlett. And joining her on the floor now is Wagner and Ridley. We're going to take a break along with these two programs as they go to their benches to talk things over for a moment. We'll be back with more prep basketball in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started. Shry Media. Find us at shrymedia.com.
Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia, and right out of the break, a quick bucket for Moore and the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. They lead 52-21. Tana all alone, and she drops Thinnis off the glass. 30 seconds left in this third period. And a jump ball. Down low into the paint, and with 20 seconds left in the period, another foul. 54-21. The Hawks to the commanding lead on the Southeast Sports Network. Fay gets the first. It's 55-21 Hawks. Just over 19 seconds left in this third period. The Lions are going to go to work with the ball with nothing on the shot clock. Hawks get both at the line. Here comes Christian Heritage. Carefully, it's Fisher. Back to her. Wagner wouldn't keep it for long. From the corner. Trying to drive inside and heavily defended. 4 seconds on the clock. Gets rid of it. 2 seconds. And this one intercepted by Tana as time expires on the third period of play. So after 3, it's 56-21. Big lead for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more action in just a moment. Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia. And a hot start to the fourth period of play, quickly out of the gate between these two. It's the Lions and the Hawks, narrowly avoiding an over and back. Hamilton Heights in the driver's seat, a big lead on the Southeast Sports Network over the Lions of Christian Heritage. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Thanks for being with us in Dalton for prep basketball, our triple header tonight. We've already seen one game, the Navy squad of Hamilton Heights, the B squad of the Lions. We've got the boys varsity game coming up, the national team for Hamilton Heights. The Lions of Christian Heritage right here in the Lions Den, all on the Southeast Sports Network and our simulcast across our platforms. Hawks get hit with a travel, 56-23, 5:17 left to play. Lions to the offensive end of the floor. Quick entry pass. Trying to work down inside. Long pass. This one a big high bounce and rattles around before it rolls off the far side. Lions keep the ball. This one off the glass in a bad angle. Hawks, a lot of room to work with. It's Moore who gets this off the low block, and this one, too much on it, sails on it. Christian Heritage. Back to the offensive end. This one a bit awkward. Hawks again, a lot of room to work with. Out to the arc, she wants three. This a big high bounce and it falls off the far side. The putback will rustle the twine. 58-23 Hamilton Heights. They continue to do everything right on the road in Dalton, Georgia. Hawks will inbound. Moore right in front of the bench of the Lions. Two quick passes. Jugovic in trouble. Stops and keeps it from Stallion. This one escapes the floor. Lions on the offensive end from the close side, 1-3. Hamilton Heights down low. Ball still alive, outside to Moore. From just off the elbow, this takes an awkward bounce to the close side, and Christian Heritage gets the board. Nice play by Bramlett. Lions with 3.5 left to play. To the corner. Two quick feeds. In a bit of danger. There's one from three-point land, and the tray is off the mark. Fisher to inbound for the Lions. A quick timeout on the floor between these two, and we'll take a timeout as well. More prep basketball in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. I lied, no big deal, it's just a technical foul on the floor. Hawks go to the line, beneficiaries of the tech. 59-23, 3:20 left to play in the final period between the Hawks and the Lions. Hawks to the far side. From the wing, she drives. 3 minutes left in this final period. Somehow Hamilton Heights keeps it moving. A little bit of danger for Moore as the whistle sounds, and this will go back to the Lions of Christian Heritage. Coming to you live from the Lions Den on the Southeast Sports Network, it's Prep Basketball. Game 2 of our triple header tonight between the Lions and the Hawks. Be sure to tune in for our third game, a 7:30 p.m. tip. We'll have it all live on the same platforms you're watching on now. Hawks come down to the ball, stolen away, and the Lions get the whistle in their favor. Great play by Holsey, the senior. Got a hold of the basketball, held onto it, forced the foul. Now the Lions working with it around the arc. Stallion wants to pull up from long range. Oh my goodness. You need a visa to shoot a three from that far away. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. Prep Basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more. Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia. Prep Basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. 2:20 left to play between the Lions and the Hawks on SCSN. Gabriel Schrei here bringing you all the action. Game 2 of 3 tonight between Christian Heritage and Hamilton Heights. And what a fun couple of games it's been so far. First one a barn burner. This one a 21-0 run in the first quarter for the Hawks as they continue their scoring frenzy right there. They're up to 61. 61-26 the score here between these two. Stallion turning around on the straightaway in some danger. 2 quick passes. Down inside, and the Hawks take it away as the jump ball is called for. And the gym filling up quickly for our third game. That's going to be a very good game, a history series between the two. And these teams have seen each other quite a few times over the years. Lots of talent on those two rosters as well. Ridley somehow through traffic to Stallion, who puts it home off the glass. Now that is a highlight reel play. The Hawks up the floor to Jugovic. She stops on the arc, tipped by Stallion, and it escapes over the corner. Lofted into play. This one from three-point range. It's off the mark. Battling for it on the edge of the block. And so Hamilton Heights will inbound from the baseline. This is Hickman who puts it on to Jugovic. She goes up top and hangs onto that like a wide receiver. Hawks. Entry pass swatted by Stallion. She comes away with it and steps over the sideline as she tries to keep it on the floor. And in the late stages, 76 seconds left to play. Stallion will inbound for the Lions of Heritage Christian. 61-28, Hawks in the lead, in the driver's seat. Lions would love to get a few more buckets to earn some respectability. Floated across on the straightaway. Entry pass kept with the Lions. Hulsey to the far side to Stallion, defended by Jugovic. That's a lot of size to beat out. To the corner, and she hits the three. The crowd loves it. A late three bomb. And again the whistle in favor of the Lions. A 30-point game, 45 seconds left. The Lions just looking to score a couple more in the late stages. Brooklyn Stallion down inside near the baseline. This one lost. She'll get the whistle, though, as the foul against the Hawks, and the inbound will come for Christian Heritage with 35 seconds on the clock. 24 on the shot clock. Well, excuse me, it won't be an inbound. She's going to go to the charity stripe. Jostled a bit too much as she worked her way towards the paint. The inbound, loose for a moment. Lions have it. Hawks trying to take it away as they cover it, and again the jump ball. It'll stay with Christian Heritage. Lions Den filling up a bit. The folks turning out for game 3 of our triple header tonight. Floated onto the floor, nearly lost. Ridley regathers. Shot clock and game clock are the same, as this ball will go to the Hawks. Burnham to inbound, defended by Williams. Tana takes the feed, swatted at by Wagner. Becker dicing it up, working her way towards the stripe. The handoff, 14 seconds remain. Diamond knifes her way down inside, and this one escapes as it'll go to Christian Heritage with less than 10 to play. Stallion takes the inbound, defended by Becker. 6 seconds on the clock. Wants to go all the way, and the shot is packed with 0.4 seconds showing on the clock. Here's the inbound for the Lions. Taken at by Jugovic, and that will do it for game 2 of our triple header. A big time win for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. 61-31 is your final score between these two programs. A great game 2, and we appreciate you turning out for it. We hope you'll be with us for game 3 on the Southeast Sports Network between the Lions of Christian Heritage and the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Tonight's broadcast will be archived inside of the app where you watched it and available for replay. It is copyright material of the Southeast Sports Network and Tri-Media and cannot be redistributed or reused without written consent and written permission. Thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful night.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
Builder.
I coach.
Culinary arts. Auditor. A firefighter.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official, just go for it.
Take the plunge. Open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyestoofficiating.com.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Speaker.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.